Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages Linked Heroes game. It's time for Data to get off the Crescent Island here and head back to the mainland, where he'll have a lot of things waiting for him to do. So, but first we just have a small little thing to finish up here. We're going to have to go through this cave once again to get to the western part of the island and warp to the present. And then we'll be able to link back up with our friend Dimitri, the Dongo, and he'll be able to swim us back to the mainland. Eventually we were able to swim to the mainland ourselves, but with just the Zoro flippers, not enough. Not powerful enough to conquer the currents. Let's head on out of here. Just a few more screens to go. And a lot of item changing. You should get ambushed by a lever there. I guess he was smart, decided to stay underground. We'll be defeating that lever quite a bit when I do the farming for the heart piece. Like I said, there's a tree right there, and if you dig there, you can plant a Gasha seed. Make a Gasha tree appear, and then you just defeat the enemies on the screen, then jump in the water, and then the enemies come back. So, real quick, easy way to do it. I did that in my playthrough with Maverick. My unlinked playthrough. We're going to get our seed shooter here to link this bridge over so we can talk with Tingle again. That guy who thinks he's a fairy. He's going to help us out by increasing the capacity of our seed satchel. Look at all the mystic seeds you've gathered. Tingle the Fairy can make it so your satchel can carry more seeds, shall I? Yes. This would normally make it carry 50, but since we're doing a linked game, we already have the one secret. We can actually boost it up to 99. So that's the max amount. And that also applies, of course, to the seed shooter, because that uses the same seeds as what's in your satchel. I'm getting some more use out of our seed shooter in a little bit. Use it to hit that orb. We're gonna use the switch coming up. Speaking of switching, we'll be doing a little switch of genres here in a little bit. In a linked game, you have a little mini quest. We're going to have to rescue Zelda. Maverick had a little mini quest too after he completed level 3 in Seasons, where he had to rescue, well actually it was level 2, where he had to rescue Zelda from some moblins. In this game we're going to have to rescue, in this linked game we're going to have to rescue her from Vire, that flying bat creature. It caused a lot of trouble. Lina City, Nairo's house, Zelda comes, Zelda comes. Data, great timing. This bird just told me that Zelda's on her way to Lina Village. So I came to meet her, but, oh, what a mess. A red monster appeared right before my eyes and carried Zelda off. It flew toward the tower. What am I to do? Data, Zelda is a symbol of hope for the world. If anything happens to her, all hope will be lost. You must save Zelda. Please, Data, you must find a way to save Zelda. I'm going to talk with her real quick again here. Zelda must be at the top of this tower. Please, Data, you must find a way to save her. And we will. This is where it goes with the shifting genres. Zelda's an action puzzler. Now we're going to do a platformer. Like Donkey Kong. That's where I got the name of the episode from. Donkey Kong was also a game made by Nintendo. I'll be playing the updated Donkey Kong, the 1994 game version, eventually on this channel. That's where Mario came from, but he was Jumpman back then. He was a carpenter who basically had to rescue his girlfriend Pauline from this big ape, Donkey Kong, kind of like King Kong. And he had to climb different stages and avoid battles that Donkey Kong threw. It's kind of like a homage to that. But luckily, Data here has a health bar, so getting hit by a fireball here doesn't defeat him like Mario getting hit by a barrel. It's the 40th anniversary of Mario's coming up, or it just came up. I'll talk about Mario on the internet. Thank you for rescuing me. My name is Zelda. You are Data, right? I knew it at first glance. Take this as a thanks for rescuing me. You got a ring. Get it appraised later. Shall we go outside? Good job, Data. Zelda, you're safe. I was so worried. Why did you come alone to such a dangerous place? I'm sorry I made you worried, but I saw it, a world filled with sorrow and despair, withering away. Data, the Triforce on your left hand is the mark of a hero. You cannot let Varen do as she pleases. Only you can thwart Twin Rover and save the world. Please, Data, chase the darkness away with your mighty hand and protect this land. Please, please. Data has taken it, so there's nothing to fear, right, Zelda? I guess she means the ring. And now she's gonna go hide in Naru's house. Zelda. And Impa reminds us that we were on our way to the northwest. That's what the Maku tree said. There was, she was sensing another essence. We're gonna find another city there. But we're not gonna be able to get there on our own. Before we head up that way, though, let's do a little bit more trading. I'm so hungry my stomach hurts. Well, we can give this guy the meat that we got from the Tokay when we unstuffed his nose with that that smell bag. So he gives us a mask in return, and she has a whole bunch of masks on the back there on his wall. I wonder if this guy might be involved in Majora's Mask. It's one of the 3D games of Zelda. Like I said, I don't really like 3D games, that's why I never played any of them, but I think I heard that the lady that we're going to give the mask to here, with her dog, she's apparently in Majora's Mask. So, if you know, leave a comment in the videos. Eventually, maybe I'll just watch somebody like Let's Play those games. Because, like I said, playing them myself just kind of gives me a headache. Oop. We're giving these blobs a headache by shooting them with our seed shooter. And we're going to learn that this construction boss to the north here, well, he has a headache. Mainly brought about by his slacking workers. There's one right there. There's another one there. And there's a third one on the screen that can't reach. At least just yet. Technically can't reach any of those screens. This guy's basically going to tell us why. Those lazy, worthless fools. Just as we're building this bridge to the Symmetry City, ruins, they go off on break. I wait and I wait, but they don't come back. We'll never get the bridge done at this rate. I'd go find them, but the terrain around here is too rough. A man can't navigate it on his own. What a fix. So yeah, we're gonna need an animal companion. And because we're doing a linked game, we will have the animal companion that Data had back in Oracle of Seasons. And I had Ricky. So we'll get Ricky's flute here. If you're doing a non-linked game, you can get Moosh by doing nothing. You can get Dimitri by buying his flute in the village shop. And you can get Ricky by scoring his flute by scoring 200 points in the archery game in the past. Like I said, since we're doing the linked game here, we will just be getting our companion that we had back in Holiday, which was Ricky. This will finally let us see all the different terrains. So I'll put links then in the video description. And let's continue our trade sequence here. Give the mask to this lady. Like I said, I think they said it was, I read it was in Majora's Mask. I was looking at the Zelda wiki. And she gives us a dumbbell. We'll trade that off at the end of the episode. But let's go rescue Ricky in the forest. I was talking about Mario earlier games. Gotta rescue the princess in that game, Princess Toadstool. That was the one of the first 2 games that I got as a kid. When my brother and I got a Nintendo as kids. We got 2 games. It came with Mario included, packaged in, and then we also got the game Pro Wrestling. We didn't mean to be such trouble, really. It's deep in the woods. We don't even know where it is. Well, it's pretty easy. Ricky's easy to find. Just go north, south, north. And then we'll get Ricky. And then Ricky will help us and navigate that terrain to find all those workers and send them back to the boss. So, the first 2 games, we got most of the time Nintendo came with, most Nintendo systems came with a dual pack. It had Mario and Duck Hunt on the same cartridge. We just got the one that just had Mario, Super Mario Brothers. And I'd always want to play that because my Nintendo got hooked up. My brother and I, Nintendo got hooked up by my older cousin Bill. And so, because he had a Nintendo before us, and I said he was a little older than my brother, and him and my brother would play pro wrestling. My other cousin Mark would also play, and Mark was Bill's age. And then I was just the young one who didn't have really good, I'm not very good at button mashing, even back then. It didn't help that, I was, 3 years younger than my brother, and I think about 5 or 6 years younger than Mark and Bill. So whenever we played pro wrestling, where basically whoever could hit the buttons faster would win, I'd always lose. So I was like, I don't want to play pro wrestling anymore, I want to play Mario Brothers instead. So, although not very good at Mario Brothers either. He says to build a bridge to the Symmetry City rooms, but it's not like anyone is waiting to use it. There's no rush, don't you think? Well, unfortunately there's a rush because we want to use it. So we won't be able to get these workers to come back and talk to the boss. Come back to the boss until after we talk with our boss again. So let's do that. Those lazy, worthless fools. Just as we're building this bridge to Symmetry City, they go run off on break. I wait. If they don't come back, can you go find those slackers for me? Yes, we will. If we get all 3 of them, well, they'll build the bridge really, really quick. So yeah, these workers are apparently slackers, but they're very good at building, as we'll see once we get all 3 of them. So we know there's one right over here. Let's go grab him real quick. And there were 2 more to go. I'm the boss, but I wanted to hang out a while longer, but I can head back. And I can beat the original Mario Brothers. I can pretty much beat them all, but not very good at them. You see these people who speed run them or get records, do amazing tricks. I just like these games here. I just play them normally. I guess as the developers would intend. You're not gonna find super glitches or super amazing feats on this channel. Just full completions. I may not be good at games, but I get my money's worth. Poor Ricky fell down that hole. Ricky moves quite fast over land. He's probably the fastest mover over land. In the water, of course, you have Dimitri. He's the fastest. Because Moosh and Ricky can't swim even. Let's hop down here. Go into this cave, get another ring. There's another cave available in this section. It only has a ferry. I'll visit it a little bit later. But first, let's get the last worker. No. Over to the left. Just down to the south here a little bit. There he is. The boss. But I wanted to hang out a while longer, but I can head back. And for some reason, these carpenters are more agile than Data, even though Data's the hero. And they had no problem navigating that terrain on their own. They had no problem building this bridge to the ruins of Symmetry City. And we're going to find out why they're ruins in just a little bit. Alright, they're off to their next job. Eventually learned that one of the jobs they end up doing is they built a statue of Data or Maverick. Well, they did build one of Maverick when I did the non-linked game for him. You beat the game, then build a statue to honor you. So I have my shovel out here because no matter what animal companion you have, this screen is always constant, and there's a patch of soft soil there. So we want to plant another Gasha seed. Move over and visit that cave there. Fill our hearts up. We're taking a little bit of damage here. Let me ease you here. Just close your eyes. And we can continue to ride Ricky or whatever animal companion you have until you actually get to the ruins of Symmetry City. I'm gonna find out that it's like a volcanic mess up there, and basically all the animal companions are like, it's too hot here to continue on. So Ricky is our animal companion. We can actually visit a screen that normally seems kind of impossible to get to. The only way you can get with the other animal companions is to warp back from the past into the present. It's right here. You have to go to this screen in the past and then warp. Because the only way to get to this screen otherwise would be like have Ricky hop up onto the ledge. And of course he's the only animal companion who can hop over cliffs like that. So I'm going to ride Ricky a little bit further here just to... I was going to do some exploration later on. So I'll just do it here with Ricky. There's a heart piece, so I'll have to go get that later. That little hole there. That's a little clue for something we'll have to do in the past. And just to the left is another thing that takes us to the past. Yeah, I'm sorry, but it's too hot for me in there. Another warp point. But we'll find another warp point up here in the ruins of Symmetry City. As you can see, everything's on fire pretty much. But that doesn't stop Maple from appearing. Let's see if she drops anything good. Nope. The only thing we need off Maple is that heart piece. Since we don't have to collect rings. Only 2 more rings remain to max out all the rings. One is from a secret, and the other one is from completing the Hero's Cave. There's a volcano going off there. And we got some Gale seeds here, so now we can start warping around to wherever there's a tree that has seeds on it. Doesn't matter what seeds they are. And there's also another warp to the past, a warp tile to the past here. So let's head to the past when Symmetry City was Symmetry Village. And it looks like it still has some problems here. I wonder what they are. Help, help! The tuning nut is broken. What? Were you listening to my problems? No, I just said that I was going to listen to find out what the problems were. I just figured it doesn't matter which one of these ladies you talk with, they'll give you the lowdown of what's going on. And basically they're the sacred tuning nut, which is a palindrome, because you spell it backwards, it reads tuning nut either way, basically broke And that has caused the volcano to start erupting. So we need to fix the tuning nut, but of course first we're going to have to find the broken tuning nut. And this lady tells us that she gave it to her husband. So we're going to have to go explore the village and try to find her husband. But first, I promised earlier that I would trade that dumbbell and continue the trading sequence. So here's the guy who has a really, really, really long dialogue that we have to go through just to get rid of this dumbbell. So he wants to work out, but he only has one dumbbell. So let's give him that one dumbbell that we have. That'll give him a set. I guess it's good that they're both the same weight, because if they weren't the same weight, well, then he'd also be out of symmetry again. And he gives us his cheesy mustache. Get the goals, get the goals. Well, good luck, buddy. You get the goals, and we know somebody who wants to get a cheesy mustache. The guy who likes to tell jokes back in Lina City. But we'll do that in a future episode. Save here, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Take care, have a good one. Thanks for following along. Bye.